Sometimes life feels like a maze with no way out. Like you're carrying wounds so deep, so heavy, you wonder if anyone, even God, could still love you. Maybe your past whispers lies to you every day. You're too broken. You're not enough. You're forgotten. Maybe you've been searching for a sign that says, you're still worthy. Well, here it is. Because the Bible doesn't hide the truth about people like you and me. It doesn't sugarcoat brokenness. It tells stories of real people, flawed, hurting, lost, who were met with a love so fierce, so relentless, it changed everything. This is the story of Gomer, a woman whose life was messy, complicated, and far from perfect. A woman who felt unloved and unwanted. A woman whose past could have defined her forever. But God had other plans. His love for Gomer is a mirror for us all. A radical, unshakable love that reaches into our brokenness and says, you are mine. You are loved. You have a purpose. If you've ever doubted your worth, questioned God's love, wondered if there's hope for your life, this story is for you. Because no matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, God's love is not finished with you yet. Gomer wasn't a hero. She wasn't celebrated for her virtue. She wasn't known for faith or kindness or purity or courage. If anything, she was infamous for the opposite. She was unfaithful. She was used by others, by herself, by the world. She carried shame like a second skin. Her choices had marked her, branded her, unless those songs were bitter, mocking, full of judgment. She wasn't the kind of woman people wrote songs about. And still, God spoke to Hosea, not with fury, not with condemnation, but with a command soaked in mercy. Go, love her, marry her, bring her home. Can you even imagine? The scandal of it, the whispers in the streets, the eyes watching from behind curtains, the neighbors clutching their pearls. A prophet? With her? How could a man of God choose someone like that? Surely even God would turn his back on her by now. But Hosea obeyed, not because Gomer was worthy, not because she'd repented or promised to change, simply because God wanted to show the world what his heart looks like in flesh and blood, not because she had done anything to deserve it. Hosea went to her, because Hosea's love for Gomer, scandalous, undeserved, unwavering, it wasn't really about Hosea and Gomer at all. It was about something bigger, something eternal. It was a living parable, a small, trembling reflection of how God loves us. You, me, every prodigal heart, every wandering soul, the kind of love that looks foolish to the world, the kind of love that risks its reputation, the kind of love that refuses to walk away. Hosea's pursuit of Gomer wasn't rational. It wasn't practical. It wasn't safe. But it was holy, because it echoed the relentless love of a God who comes after us again and again, even when we've given him every reason to turn away, even when we don't believe we're worth finding. But Gomer, she kept running, even after she was chosen, even after she was called beloved, even after she was brought home by a man who had every reason to leave her behind. She ran, not because she wanted to hurt Hosea, but because somewhere deep down, she didn't believe she deserved to stay. She chased after lesser loves, cheap imitations of affection that promised her worth, but only left her emptier than before. She gave herself away to men who didn't cherish her, who didn't see her, who didn't hold her with dignity. She traded the name beloved for scraps of attention. She sold herself short over and over again, believing lies whispered in the dark. You'll never be enough. This is all you're good for. No one really loves you, not for long. And yet, again and again, Hosea went after her. He paid the price, sometimes literally, to buy her back. He searched for her in places a holy man was never supposed to go. He He stood among the jeers, among the whispers, among the shame, and he took her hand. He led her home, not to punish her, not to shame her, but to remind her who she truly was. Loved, chosen, redeemed, not because she was faithful, but because he was faithful. Do you hear it now? Do you see it more clearly? This isn't just Gomer's story. This is our story. This is the gospel. This is Jesus. Because you and I, we've run too. We've chased after lesser loves, success, approval, control, comfort. We've believed voices that told us we weren't enough. We've sold ourselves short. In choices, in relationships, in quiet moments of compromise. We've wandered far from home, wondering if we've wandered too far for grace to find us. But Jesus, he didn't wait for us to clean ourselves up. He didn't stand on the porch with folded arms, waiting for us to crawl back, begging. He didn't demand we fix ourselves first. He didn't fall in love with some future, perfect, polished version of us. He loved us while we were still sinners. He pursued us while we were still running. He called us, even while we were drowning in shame. He paid the price, not with silver, not with gold, but with his blood. And he takes our hand. He leads us home, not because we are faithful, but because he is. His love is not transactional. It isn't fragile. It doesn't depend on our performance. It doesn't fracture when we fail. It doesn't walk away when we wander. His love is fierce, relentless, unchanging, forever. The story of Hosea and Gomer isn't just a cautionary tale. It's a portrait, a mirror, a glimpse into the heart of a God who refuses to give up on you. So if you've been running, if you're tired, if you wonder if there's still a way back, listen closely. He's already on his way to find you. He's already paid the price. He's already calling you beloved. And he will lead you home. Maybe right now, you feel like Gomer, like you've wandered too far to ever find your way back. Like you've burned too many bridges. Like you've made too many mistakes to be trusted again, to be loved again. Like you've given your heart away too carelessly. And now there's nothing left worth saving. Maybe you look at your life and all you see is ruin, regret, failure, shame. You wonder if there's anyone, even God, who would still want you now. You hear the whispers. You've gone too far. You've done too much. You've ruined your chance. Someone like you doesn't get a redemption story. But hear me. Hear this truth that cuts through every lie. There is no too far for the love of God. No mistake too big for his mercy. No past too messy for his healing hands. No shame too deep for his redeeming grace. His love doesn't flinch at the sight of your failures. He's not scared of your scars. He isn't repelled by the mess you've made or the brokenness you carry. He's not tired of coming after you. He's not done writing your story. He is still the God who runs toward the prodigal. Still the God who searches for the lost sheep. Still the God who stands in the marketplace, ready to pay whatever it takes to bring you home. If you've been waiting for a sign that it's not too late, this is it. If you've been waiting for a reason to believe again, this is it. If you've been wondering if there's any love left for someone like you, this is it. Love is still chasing you. Grace is still calling your name. Hope is not lost. Healing is not impossible. Your future is not canceled because of your past. The God who told Hosea, "Go, love her, bring her home," is the same God who whispers over you now, "Come home. I've never stopped loving you." He doesn't see you as damaged goods. He sees you as his. He calls you beloved. He names you redeemed. And even now, right now, he is reaching for you. Not because you've been faithful, but because he always has been. But here's the miracle of Gomer's story. It doesn't end in shame. It doesn't end in failure. It doesn't end in her running forever. It ends with her being brought home. It ends with love that would not quit. It ends with a hand reaching for hers again. It ends with redemption, rewriting what brokenness tried to destroy. And friend, that's not just Gomer's story. That's the heartbeat of God's story for you. This isn't about you figuring out how to climb your way back. It's not about you fixing yourself up enough to finally be accepted. It's not about proving you're worthy or deserving of a second chance. No, this is the story of a God who has never stopped coming for you. A God who has walked every road you've wandered, searching, pursuing, calling. A God whose love has been steadfast in your rebellion, patient in your wandering, and tender in your returning. Not that you find your way back to him, but that he has never stopped moving toward you. Not that you earn your place, but that his love refuses to let you go. Not that you deserve it, but that he's already paid the price to make you his. Because this was never really a story about Gomer's sin. It was never about how lost she was, how far she fell, or how many times she ran. This is a story about God's love. A love that doesn't flinch at your failures. A love that doesn't throw stones at your shame. A love that doesn't keep score of your mistakes. A love that doesn't slam the door when you stumble. Again, this is a love that fights for you, that pays the price to bring you back, that breaks through the walls you build, that redeems the ruined places, that silences shame and breathes new life into dead dreams. This is a love that brings you home, again and again and again, because that's who he is, because that's what he does. And if you're wondering where your story goes from here, it doesn't end in shame. It doesn't end in failure. It ends with love. It ends with grace. It ends with home. If this story stirred something deep inside you, don't let it stop here, because this isn't just about Gomer. It's about you. It's about me. It's about the God who is still writing redemption into the messiest parts of our lives. If something inside you whispered, "I need this kind of love," know this. You already have it. It's been chasing you your whole life. And it's not giving up now. So take a step. Lean in. Keep going. Subscribe if you want more stories like this. Stories that don't sugarcoat brokenness, but reveal how God steps into it with fierce, unstoppable, unwavering love. Stories that remind you again and again, grace is greater. Love goes further. Hope still lives. Like this video if today was the reminder your heart needed. Your past isn't too heavy. Your wounds aren't too deep. Your story isn't over. Comment below. Share your story. Ask your questions. Tell us where you're from, what you're walking through, or what you're praying for. Because this, right here, is a place where stories collide and healing begins. A place where no one walks alone. And don't keep this hope to yourself. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. No matter how far they've wandered, no matter how loud the shame, they are never out of reach. Thank you for spending these moments here. Thank you for listening with an open heart. Thank you for daring to believe that, even now, love is still writing your story. Because you are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not invisible. You are seen. You are pursued. You are wanted. You are cherished. And you are never too far gone to come home. Come back to love. Come back to grace. Come back to Jesus. His arms are open. His heart is ready. And he has been waiting just for you. The story of Gomer didn't end in shame, and neither will yours. Because the author of your story is not finished. He is still writing. He is still redeeming. He is still calling you by name. So let this be the moment. Not where your heart closes again, but where it opens. Open to love. Open to healing. Open to the God who has never stopped chasing you. Because what he started in you, he will finish. And when he does, your story, like Gomer's, won't just be about failure, or shame or heartbreak. It will be a story of rescue, a story of grace, a story of relentless, unstoppable love. And it will end exactly where it's always been leading. Home. See you in the next one.